Hey,
Gentlemen, hello again. I saw you in London. It's nice to see
remember.
you again. Samuel, I wanted to start with you, if I may. You've been able to go on this amazing world tour with this film. Has there been a moment where you've sat in with an audience or you've had a reaction from somebody that has maybe given you something new that you didn't know about the story and the film and obviously your baby that you maybe haven't had before? Because I guess when you go on these world tours, you've got so many different audience members that have so many different reactions to a story like this.
Yeah, actually, the one that comes to mind is when we were in Venice and we were doing, I can't remember, Brendan, if you were in this roundtable or if it was just me and Darren, but there was somebody from Poland who said all of the Polish reviews talk about how Christian the movie is. And Darren was so thrown. But I love that reaction because I was like, right, like the core of Christianity is like grace and redemption and it's kind of humanism. There's kind of like a Christian humanism that I think the story expresses, and it was just so gratifying to see that translated to an entirely different country. It was wonderful, and a different language.
Yeah. And Brendan, for you, I mean, obviously sometimes you don't get to do these. You do movies sometimes that don't go around the world, or you don't get to go around the world and experience it. For you as an actor, that must make it even more special for you. The fact that you get to share it with so many people around the world.
I'm pleased by the responses that I've been able to answer questions of audiences after the screenings that we've been holding over the last couple of weeks. I think the common response is that there's a great deal of empathy for the man that people were taken by surprise, in a way that reoriented or reconfigured their predisposed beliefs before they walked in the doors compared to by story's end.
I know you both get to work with Darren, who's just an extraordinary filmmaker. And I read somewhere that people say he's able to find beauty in misery, which I thought was quite a lovely thing. It sounds terrible, but actually I feel like it's a lovely thing. Sam, for you, when he came aboard and you were making this together, it must be great that you've had that partnership and now people are responding to the film the way they are, because Darren is a filmmaker that always takes his time and is very specific about the projects that he wants to make.
That's exactly right. Yeah, and I think like my plays and Darren's films are very different, but I think but they share something, and I think that we kind of this Venn diagram of our work, we kind of found it right in this story, and certainly in Brendan's performance. So it's been I've been talking to him about this project for 10 years, and we've really gotten to know each other, especially now traveling around the world together. And it's just been so gratifying that we've always been on the same page. I mean, I was on set the entire time, and I don't remember like a single moment of us really disagreeing about anything. We knew what story we wanted to tell, and Brendan
Yeah.
certainly told it.
Yeah, and Brendan, for you, I mean, you've worked with some amazing filmmakers. Darren is at the top of his height of his powers in recent years. What was the most rewarding thing for you as an actor to get to work with someone and to have him listen to your ideas and you can give ideas and he would give you ideas and all that kind of stuff?
Well, he is a collaborator in
Mm.
the tallest order, insofar as that he brings together people who are very good at what they do, and I mean in all departments.
Mhm.
I could name them all, but everyone was at the top of their game to work on this small movie, told in a two-bedroom apartment in somewhere Idaho. And the cool thing about Darren is that as a collaborator, a lot of directors don't do this. He instantly gives credit to whatever the source is, whoever the source is of the good light bulb idea comes from. He does it right away, and it's just really one instance of effective leadership that he shows. And when I met him, I'll admit to having some feelings of creative intimidation. He's renowned for bringing out performances in actors who you would not otherwise have had expected to see much of from again, or reinvent who they are, and none of that was lost on me. I know that his work always challenges the human condition and never offers up any easy answers.
He never does. He never does. That's what makes him such a brilliant filmmaker, I think. Gentlemen, so lovely to talk to you again. Wish you all the best with the film. Thank you so much for your time.
Good to see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey, you